They voted to invade Earth. The Grand Council chamber floated in the darkness of space. Inside the massive structure, 12 alien species gathered around a circular table that glowed with soft blue light. Today was an important day. Today, they would vote on their next target. Commander Zrix stood tall at the center. His red scales shimmered under the lights. He was proud and confident. "Council members," he announced, "today we vote on planet Earth." A hologram appeared above the table. It showed a small blue and green planet spinning slowly. The aliens leaned forward to look at it. "This is Earth," Zrix continued, "home to creatures called humans. They are weak. They are divided. They will be easy to conquer." The council members whispered to each other. Some smiled. Some nodded their heads. Zrix pressed a button. New images appeared. "Look at their technology," he said with a laugh. "They still use metal bullets. They fly in ships with wings. They have no energy shields, no plasma weapons. Nothing." A tall, thin alien with 4 arms spoke up. "How many ships do they have in space?" "None," Zrix said, laughing louder. "Their fastest ships cannot even leave their own solar system. They are trapped on their planet like insects in a jar." More aliens laughed now. "This sounded too easy. What about their military?" asked another council member with tentacles for arms. Zrix waved his hand like it didn't matter. "They fight each other. Human fights human. They have hundreds of small armies. No unity, no real power. We have 500 warships. They have nothing that can reach space." The council chamber filled with excited chatter. This would be their easiest invasion ever. But then a voice cut through the noise. "I vote no." Everyone turned. At the far end of the table sat Elder Mora. She was ancient, from a species that had existed for millions of years. Her skin was gray and wrinkled. Her 3 eyes were dim with age. Most council members thought she was too old, too slow, too worried about everything. Commander Zrix's smile faded. "Elder Mora, please explain. This is a weak planet. Why vote no?" Elder Mora stood slowly. Her voice was quiet but firm. "Because you do not understand humans." "What is there to understand?" Zrix said. "They are primitive." "No," Elder Mora said. "They are survivors." She touched the table. New images appeared. They showed Earth's history. Humans fighting with sticks and stones. Humans fighting with swords. Humans fighting with guns. Humans fighting with bombs. Always fighting. Always surviving. "Look closer," Elder Mora said. "Humans have been at war for their entire existence. 10,000 years of constant conflict. They fight nature. They fight disease. They fight each other. And they never stop. They never quit. They never surrender." Zrix laughed. "That makes them stupid, not dangerous." "No," Elder Mora's voice grew stronger. "That makes them the most dangerous species in the galaxy. They don't just fight to win. They fight to survive. And a creature fighting for survival will do anything. Anything." The room grew quiet for a moment. Elder Mora continued. "Their planet tries to kill them every day. Earthquakes, volcanoes, storms, floods, ice ages. Yet they survive. Every time we thought a species would go extinct on that planet, they adapted. They grew stronger. But they have no space weapons," another council member argued. "That you can see," Elder Mora said mysteriously. "Humans are clever. They are paranoid. They have been watching the stars for 100 years, wondering when someone would come. Do you really think they have no plans? No secrets?" Zrix slammed his fist on the table. "Enough, you are old and afraid." "Times have changed, Elder. We are powerful. They are not. This debate is over." He raised his hand. "All in favor of invading Earth, vote now." One by one, lights appeared on the table. Green lights for yes. Red lights for no 11. Green lights glowed brightly. One red light stood alone. "The vote is decided," Zrix announced triumphantly. "We invade Earth! Prepare the fleet!" The council members cheered. They stood and congratulated each other. This would bring glory. This would bring new resources. This would be easy. Elder Mora sat down slowly. She looked at the image of Earth still spinning above the table. She whispered to herself, "You fools, you have no idea what you just started." Outside the council chamber, 500 warships began to power up. Their engines glowed bright orange. Thousands of alien soldiers prepared their weapons and armor. They loaded invasion dropships. They checked their plasma rifles. Commander Zrix stood on his flagship bridge, looking at the stars. "Set course for Earth," he ordered. "Travel time, 30 days. His crew obeyed. The massive fleet turned toward a small yellow star in the distance, toward a blue planet that seemed quiet and peaceful. "They won't even see us coming," Zrix said with a cruel smile. The fleet jumped to faster-than-light speed and disappeared. Back on Earth, in a secret military base deep underground, a red alert suddenly flashed on a screen. A young human officer saw it. Her eyes went wide. "Sir," she called to her commander. "Deep space radar just picked up something. Multiple signals. Heading our way." The old general walked over calmly. He looked at the screen for a long moment. Then he smiled. Not a happy smile. A dangerous smile, finally, he said quietly. "Sound the alarm. Wake everyone. Activate all hidden facilities. They're coming." "Sir, what should we tell people?" the officer asked, her voice shaking. The general's smile grew wider. "Tell them what we've been preparing for since 1947. Tell them it's time." He pressed a button on his wrist. Deep underground, across every continent, secret bases began to wake up. Weapons that no civilian had ever seen started powering on. Soldiers who had trained for this exact moment grabbed their gear. The general looked up at the ceiling as if he could see through rock and soil and sky into space itself. "Come on," he whispered. "We've been waiting for you." Above Earth, the sky remained peaceful. Birds flew, clouds drifted, children played, but the countdown had begun. 30 days until first contact. 30 days until the galaxy would learn what happens when you vote to invade Earth. 30 days until everything changed. They fought hand to hand. Krell was bigger, stronger, but the human was faster, meaner. The human fought like he enjoyed it. The knife found Krell's throat. The alien commander fell, choking on his own blood. "Target down," the human shouted, already moving to the next enemy. Similar scenes played out across the planet. In the Amazon, aliens were hunted by special forces teams who knew every tree, every river. In the Arctic, aliens froze in the cold, while human soldiers in special suits picked them off one by one. In cities, civilians who had been given weapons joined the fight, attacking from windows and rooftops. The aliens were learning a terrible truth. Humans had home field advantage. And humans were very, very good at killing. Back in space, Commander Zrix watched his forces being destroyed. 200 ships lost, 800 dropships destroyed, thousands of soldiers dead or missing. "This is impossible," he whispered. "How are they doing this?" Eldamora's words haunted him. "They have been fighting for 10,000 years. Sir," his tactical officer called out. "New contacts. Human aircraft approaching from the planet." Zrix looked at his screen. Fighter jets were rising from Earth's atmosphere. Hundreds of them. They shouldn't be able to reach space. Normal jets couldn't survive in vacuum. But these weren't normal jets. They had been modified with stolen alien technology. Sealed cockpits, rocket boosters. They could fight in space, and they were fast. The human pilots came in low and aggressive. They flew between the alien ships, firing missiles at close range. The aliens tried to shoot them down, but the humans were too quick, too skilled. One human pilot, call sign Reaper, flew directly at an alien cruiser's bridge. His targeting computer locked on. "Fox 3, he said calmly, and fired. The missile struck the bridge dead center. The cruiser's command staff died instantly. The ship drifted powerless. "Splash 1, Reaper reported. "Moving to next target." Commander Zrix couldn't believe what he was seeing. His fleet was losing to a species that couldn't even leave their own solar system a month ago. "All ships retreat," he finally ordered. "Fall back! Get us out of here!" But the humans weren't done. From the Pacific Ocean, the massive submarines surfaced. Their missile hatches opened. But these weren't normal missiles. They were fusion warheads mounted on alien propulsion systems. "Firing," the submarine captain said. The missiles launched. They streaked into space, leaving trails of fire. They struck the retreating alien ships with devastating force. 50 more ships exploded. Zrix's fleet was in full panic now. Ships crashed into each other trying to escape. Commanders screamed orders that no one followed. It was complete chaos. "Jump to faster than light," Zrix ordered. "Get us out of this system." "Sir, we have to leave the ground troops behind." "Leave them!" Zrix screamed. "Go now!" The surviving alien ships engaged their FTL drives. They disappeared in flashes of light. Out of 500 warships, only 150 escaped. On Earth, the remaining alien soldiers realized they had been abandoned. They tried to surrender. Most humans accepted. Some didn't. General Chen watched the alien fleet retreat on her screens. Around her, the command center erupted in cheers. People hugged. People cried with relief and joy, but Chen didn't celebrate yet. Damage report, she ordered. 17 cities hit by orbital strikes. Approximately 50,000 casualties. Could have been much worse. Chen nodded slowly. 50,000 dead. That was painful. But compared to what could have happened, they had won a miracle. What about the captured ships? She asked. We managed to board and capture 150 alien vessels before they could self-destruct. Teams are securing them now, Chen smiled. Good. Reverse engineer everything. Their weapons, their engines, their shields, everything. She walked to the window and looked up, imagining the stars beyond the rock and concrete. Signal our forces, she said. The defense of Earth is complete, but the war isn't over. An officer looked confused. Ma'am, the aliens retreated. We won. Chen turned to face him. Her eyes were hard as steel. They came to our home. They killed 50,000 of our people. They thought we were weak. Easy prey. She paused. No, we're not done. Now we hunt them. You mean we're going after them? Yes, Chen said firmly. We have their ships now. We have their technology. We have their coordinates. And most importantly, we have something they don't have. What's that, ma'am? Chen's smile was cold and dangerous. Rage. Earth's hidden response. 20 days had passed since the alien fleet left the Council space. Commander Zrick sat in his command chair, feeling pleased with himself. His fleet was making excellent progress. Soon they would reach Earth and claim their prize. Sir, his navigator called out. We are now 20 days from Earth. Everything is going according to plan. Zrick nodded. Good, send scouts ahead. I want to see what the humans are doing. Are they ready to surrender yet? The navigator worked on his console. Then he froze. His face changed color. Sir, we have a problem. What problem? Zrick demanded. The scouts. They're being tracked. Earth knows we're coming. Zrick jumped from his chair. Impossible. How can they detect us from so far away? But the screens told the truth. Somewhere on Earth, radar systems were locked onto his fleet. The humans knew. They had 20 days to prepare. On Earth, chaos erupted. Every television, every phone, every screen showed the same emergency broadcast. World leaders appeared together, their faces serious. Citizens of Earth, the United Nations Secretary spoke. We are not alone in the universe. And we are about to be attacked. People screamed. People cried. Panic spread through cities like wildfire. But in military bases around the world, something different was happening. Soldiers were not panicking. They were smiling. General Sarah Chen stood in the United Earth Defense Command Center, buried 2 miles beneath the Rocky Mountains. Around her, hundreds of officers worked at glowing screens. Red lights flashed everywhere. Status report, she commanded. All hidden facilities responding, ma'am. An officer replied. Arctic Base 1 is online. Pacific Deep Station is online. Sahara Complex is online. We have 53 secret installations now active. Good, General Chen said calmly. Begin Phase 2. Wake up the toys. Yes, ma'am. Initiating Project Warhammer. Across the Earth, strange things began to happen. In the Arctic, snow and ice suddenly slid away from massive doors that opened in the ground. Giant railguns rose up, pointing at the sky. Each one was 300 feet long. In the Pacific Ocean, the water churned and bubbled. Enormous submarines surfaced, but these were not normal submarines. They were 3 times larger than anything civilians had ever seen. Their hulls were covered in weapons that looked almost alien. In the Sahara Desert, entire sand dunes moved aside. Underground hangar doors opened. Fighter jets rose up on platforms. But these jets had no human pilots. They were drones, thousands of them, and they carried weapons that shouldn't exist yet. General Chen watched it all on her screens. Activate the orbital defense grid. Ma'am, are you sure? If we turn that on, the whole world will see it. They need to see it, Chen said. They need hope, and the aliens need fear. Above Earth, in space where everyone thought there was nothing, something shimmered. Like a curtain being pulled back, suddenly satellites appeared. Hundreds of them. They had been there all along, hidden by stealth technology, but these were not normal satellites. They were weapons platforms. Each one carried missiles, railguns, laser systems. all pointing outward, waiting. A reporter on the ground looked up with her camera. "Oh my God," she whispered. "They've been up there all along. We were never defenseless." Around the world, people stopped panicking. They stared at their screens in shock. Their governments had lied to them. But it was a good lie, a necessary lie. General Chen activated the global communication system. Her face appeared on every screen on Earth. "People of Earth," she began. "For 75 years, since 1947, we have known this day would come. When that first alien craft crashed in Roswell, we learned the truth. We are not alone, and not everyone out there is friendly." She paused. "So we prepared in secret. Every nation working together. We built weapons. We dug bases. We trained soldiers. We studied the crashed alien technology and made it our own. We have been ready for this day for 75 years. On her screen behind her, images appeared. Secret bases, hidden weapons, prototype ships, soldiers in advanced armor. "The aliens coming to our planet think we are weak," Chen continued. "They think we are primitive. They think we will be easy to conquer." She smiled, a cold, dangerous smile. "Let them think that. Let them come close. Let them enter our home. And then we will show them what humans do to invaders." In the alien fleet, Commander Zrix watched the same broadcast. His confident smile was gone now. "Sir," his intelligence officer reported, "we're picking up massive energy signatures from Earth. They have weapons. Advanced weapons. Some of them use technology similar to ours." "How is this possible?" Zrix demanded. Elder Mora's warning echoed in his mind. "You do not understand humans. Should we turn back, sir?" The navigator asked nervously. Zrix thought about it. If he returned without conquering Earth, the Council would call him a coward. He would lose everything. Besides, he still had 500 warships. Earth had no fleet in space. They were stuck on their planet. He still had the advantage. "No," he decided. "We continue, but change our approach. We will not land troops immediately. First, we will bombard them from orbit, destroy their hidden bases, break their spirit. Then we invade." His crew nodded, but Zrix noticed many of them looked worried now. Back on Earth, deep in her command center, General Chen read the alien fleet's new tactical plan. Human intelligence had hacked into their communications days ago. "They plan to bomb us from orbit," she told her officers. "Should we evacuate the cities?" Someone asked. "No," Chen said. "Let them try. Activate the shield generators." "Ma'am, the shields have never been tested at full power. We don't know if they'll work." "They'll work," Chen said with confidence. "The aliens who crashed here 75 years ago had shields. We copied their design. We made it better. Those alien fools gave us everything we needed to beat them." She walked to a large window that showed a view of the command center. Thousands of people working, all human, already. "The aliens made a mistake," she said quietly. "They think being divided makes us weak, but they're wrong. Humans are strongest when we have a common enemy. For the first time in our history, every nation, every religion, every race on this planet is united. All of humanity is one army now." She touched a photo on her desk. It showed Earth from space, beautiful, blue, fragile. "And we will defend our home," she whispered. 10 days remained until the alien fleet arrived. On Earth, soldiers said goodbye to their families. Pilots climbed into cocktails. Tank drivers started their engines. Ship captains gave orders to their crews. In every language, in every country, humans prepared for war. In homes around the world, parents tucked their children into bed. They told them everything would be okay. They didn't know if that was true, but they had to believe it. In the alien fleet, Commander Zrix looked at the blue planet getting closer on his screens. It looked so peaceful, so quiet, so defenseless. 10 days, he said. "In 10 days, that planet belongs to us." But in the darkness of space between the aliens and Earth, something moved. Small objects, hundreds of them, floating silently, waiting. They were mines, human space mines, hidden among the debris and asteroids. Each one had enough explosive power to destroy a ship, and the aliens were flying right toward them. General Chen watched the alien fleet's position on her screen. She counted down in her head. 9 days, 8 days, 7 days. She pressed a button on her console. "All forces, this is Chen. The enemy will arrive in 10 days. They think they know what to expect. They think they've seen all our cards. They're wrong. She smiled that dangerous smile again. When they get here, we don't just defend, we attack. We hit them so hard, so fast, so brutally that survivors will run back to their council and tell stories that will give alien children nightmares for generations. She looked at her officers, young and old, men and women, different races, different religions, but all human, all warriors. They voted to invade Earth, Chen said. That was their first mistake. Their last mistake will be actually showing up. Outside, the sun was setting. The sky turned orange and red. It looked beautiful, peaceful, but in 10 days that sky would be filled with fire and death and war. The countdown continued, and Earth was ready. The battle that shocked the galaxy, the day had arrived. Commander Zrix stood on the bridge of his flagship, staring at the blue planet before him. Earth hung in space like a jewel. From here it looked peaceful, beautiful, helpless. All ships enter orbit, Zrix commanded. Prepare invasion troops. Today, we take this planet. 500 warships moved forward. Their massive hulls blocked out the stars. Alien soldiers inside checked their weapons and armor. They were excited. This would be an easy victory. On Earth, every human alive held their breath. General Chen stood in her command center, watching the alien fleet approach. Her hands were steady. Her voice was calm. All units hold position, she ordered. Wait for my command. Let them get close. Let them feel safe. The alien ships entered Earth's orbit. They formed a battle formation surrounding the planet. Zrix smiled. Everything was going perfectly. Open a channel to Earth, he ordered. Let me speak to their leaders. His face appeared on every screen on Earth. Millions of humans saw him. His red scales, his sharp teeth, his cruel eyes. Humans of Earth, Zrix announced. You are surrounded. You cannot win. Surrender now and we will be merciful. Resist and we will destroy everything you love. You have 1 minute to decide. Silence. Then, General Chen's face appeared on the alien ship's screens. We have an answer for you, she said calmly. Zrix leaned forward. And what is your answer? Chen smiled. Not a friendly smile, a warrior's smile. Come and take it. Then she pressed a button. Everything happened at once. The space mines that had been hiding in the debris field suddenly activated. Hundreds of them. They shot toward the alien fleet like angry hornets. Mines. An alien officer screamed. Evasive action. But it was too late. The mines struck. Boom, boom, boom. Explosions tore through the alien formation. 20 ships exploded in the first 30 seconds. Metal and fire scattered into space. Return fire. Zrix screamed. Find those mines! But the mines were small, fast, hard to target. And there were so many of them. Then, the second wave hit. From Earth's surface, the hidden railguns fired. Massive magnetic cannons that launched metal projectiles at incredible speeds. No explosions, no heat signatures. Just solid metal moving faster than bullets. The projectiles punched through alien shields like they were paper. 3 more ships exploded. Where are those shots coming from? Zrix demanded. The planet's surface, sir. Mountains, deserts, ice fields. They have weapons hidden everywhere. Impossible. Their technology can't. Another explosion cut him off. 5 more ships gone. Zrix's confident smile was completely gone now. Launch the dropships. Get our troops to the surface. We'll destroy those weapons directly. 1,000 dropships launched from the fleet. They were heavily armored transports, each carrying 50 alien soldiers. They descended toward Earth's atmosphere, engines glowing orange. In the command center, an officer looked at General Chen. Ma'am, enemy dropships incoming. Good, Chen said. Activate the drone swarms. On Earth's surface, the massive hangar doors in the Sahara Desert opened wider. What emerged made the alien pilot's blood run cold. Drones, thousands of them. But not small camera drones. These were fighter drones. Each one carried missiles and guns. And they moved in perfect coordination like a school of fish, like a pack of wolves. The drone swarms hit the alien dropships like a tidal wave. The lead alien pilot saw them coming. What is— oh no! Missiles streaked through the air. Machine guns roared. The dropships didn't stand a chance. They were built for landing, not for air combat. One by one, they fell from the sky, burning, screaming, crashing. Only 200 dropships made it through the swarm. They landed in various locations around Earth: desert, jungle, cities, mountains. The alien soldiers jumped out, weapons ready. They were the best warriors from 12 different species. They had conquered 20 planets before this, but they had never fought humans on human ground. In Nevada desert, 50 aliens landed near an old military base. Their commander, a large reptilian warrior named Krell, led his troops forward. "Spread out," he ordered. "Find the weapons facility. Kill anyone who—" Bang! The alien next to him dropped dead. A single bullet through his head. "Sniper!" Krell screamed. "Take cover!" But there was nowhere to hide. The desert was flat and empty. Where was the shooter? Bang! 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 3 more aliens fell. Then, from the sand itself, human soldiers emerged. They had been buried underground, waiting. Their faces were painted with camouflage. Their eyes were cold and focused. "Contact!" A human sergeant yelled. "Light them up." The humans opened fire, not with fancy energy weapons, with simple rifles and machine guns, but they used them with deadly precision. Krell fired back with his plasma rifle. The blue energy blast missed. Humans were small, fast. They knew how to use the terrain. A human soldier ran forward too close for Krell to shoot. The human pulled out a knife, just a simple metal knife.